Walter set a $12.99 grip on Mat 7 beside a $600 driver Tuesday morning. The old grip on his club shone like a plastic spoon, and a white towel carried black dirt from the handle. He said the new rubber was supposed to return 15 lost yards before lunch. Let's stop that promise at the gate. No grip can guarantee 15 yards. A clean, correctly sized, securely installed grip can help you hold the club with normal pressure when the old one is slick, hard, damaged, or wrong for your hands. That may improve contact for a golfer whose grip condition caused the problem. It won't repair loft, length, shaft fit, pain, or a swing fault. I'm taking Walter's claim through 7 checks. The last check uses the full shot pattern and decides whether the $12 part fixed anything measurable. Don't skip there. A new grip can feel wonderful for 3 swings and still be the wrong size, weight, alignment, or diagnosis. Let me say one thing, then I'll leave it be. Everything I teach on Mat 7 is in the 60-plus distance manual. The setup changes, the equipment checklist, the 6-week range plan. Scan the QR on your screen right now, or it's down in the description. If you want it, it's there. Now let's get back to it. The filter stays over every check. Safe, simple, repeatable. Swing your age, not your ego. I'm Ray Hutchins. I owned a range for 34 years and have watched thousands of grips wear, twist, and get blamed for jobs they never owned. I'm not a club builder, doctor, or paid grip salesman. Structural work belongs with a qualified repair shop when you lack the tools and experience. The enemy is the cheap miracle. It can sell a small part as free distance, then hide the installation, fit, and test. The opposite mistake is buying a new driver without checking the only part your hands touch. We are going from diagnosis through condition, cleaning, size, installation, cure, and performance. Each check gets a flaw because cheap work can still become expensive. Check 1 is diagnosis. At 8:10, hit 5 ordinary drivers and mark the face. Dry your hands and grip between shots. Record whether the handle moves, whether you squeeze harder to secure it, and where the ball meets the face. Don't begin with your hardest swing, and don't call a curve proof of a worn grip. Use one trusted iron as a comparison. If its grip feels secure at normal pressure while the driver handle feels polished or turns, the driver grip deserves inspection. If every club feels unsafe, hand moisture, glove condition, weather, or a bag-wide issue may be involved. A diagnosis compares, it doesn't guess. Where it costs you is assuming any short drive came from rubber. A heel strike, poor tee height, wrong playing length, or tired motion can remain after the re-grip. The first week of August, PGA Tour Superstore listed the Golf Pride MCC and MCC Plus 4 at $12.99 each before possible installation. That tag is cheap only when the grip owns the symptom. Add a pressure check without turning it into a number contest. Hold the driver in address posture, make a slow rehearsal, and notice whether you tighten as the club changes direction. Then repeat with the trusted iron. If the driver requires a squeeze only because the surface slides, condition is part of the problem. If both clubs make you grip hard, the answer may involve habit, glove, hand condition, or fear of the motion. A new handle should not be asked to solve every reason the hands become busy. Check 2 is condition. Look for shine, hard glazed areas, cracks, torn edges, a loose cap, or movement between grip and shaft. Run a clean dry cloth over the surface. Compare texture at the upper hand with the lower section. Wear often lives where pressure and oils repeat. PGA's updated performance guidance lists grip replacement as equipment maintenance because worn grips reduce control and feel. That broad advice isn't a calendar law for every player. Storage, heat, use, cleaning, and material matter. Condition gets the vote. A grip that stays slick after approved cleaning has made the replacement case more clearly than its birthday. Where it costs you is replacing useful rubber because it looks dirty. Some grips respond to gentle cleaning according to the maker's directions. Aggressive chemicals, soaking, sanding, or household experiments can damage material and create a false sense of tack. Check the maker's care guidance. If you can't identify the grip or its condition, ask a repair professional before scrubbing. Inspect the cap and lower edge while the club is still. A cap that is separated, a grip that creeps down the shaft, or a section that turns under gentle hand pressure deserves professional attention before another full swing. Don't prove looseness by twisting hard. Mark the alignment with a removable reference and take the club to the shop. The question is whether the installed grip is secure, not how much force you can use to make a damaged part move. Check 3 is the simple cleaning test. Use the grip maker's recommended mild method, rinse or wipe only as directed, and dry completely. Keep moisture away from openings and don't swing until the handle is fully dry. Then repeat 3 comfortable shots with clean hands and the same glove. The test isn't whether the grip feels sticky in your living room. It is whether normal pressure secures the club through a balanced range swing. Walter's old handle stayed hard and shiny after cleaning. That moved replacement ahead. If yours regains safe texture, keep the $12 and recheck later. Where it costs you is swinging a wet handle or using a cleaner that leaves residue. A slipping club can hurt people or property. Work in an open, safe area, follow product instructions, and stop if you are unsure. A towel costs nothing if you already own it. That doesn't make an unsafe cleaning method acceptable. Check 4 is finished size. Grip size comes from the model, core, shaft butt, tape build, installation stretch, and shape. Don't select midsize or jumbo because the word sounds comfortable. Compare the driver's finished diameter with a club you hold securely and use without hand discomfort. Have the shop measure both at the same points. Tell the technician whether the lower hand feels narrow, whether your fingers crowd the palm, and whether you use extra tape elsewhere in the set. Those are fitting clues, not universal instructions. The right answer can remain standard, and 2 grips marked standard can feel different. Where it costs you is changing size while trying to test only fresh condition. A larger or smaller handle can alter comfort, pressure, face awareness, and total club weight. It can also mask a swing issue for a few exciting balls. If the old size fit, duplicate it first. Change size deliberately with a fitter, not because the new model looks thicker on a website. Test shape as well as the size word. Some models build extra material under the lower hand, some taper more, and some combine rubber with cord. Hold clean display samples only with shop permission and compare them in golf posture. Don't decide from a squeeze at chest height. Ask whether the exact sample is the exact size and core being installed. A package name can hide a shape change that your hands notice immediately once the club is moving. You're still here. Good. Some folks left to order 13 grips after touching 1 new display sample. The next check is where a $12 part can put a graphite shaft and a pair of hands at risk. Check 5 is safe removal and preparation. A shop uses a protected clamp, appropriate cutting method, and care around graphite. Old tape and residue need removal without scoring or overheating the shaft. The surface must be clean, dry, and ready for compatible tape. That sounds routine because an experienced builder makes it routine. Don't cut a grip from a graphite shaft with a loose club across your lap. Don't use open flame, improvised solvents, or a blade pointed toward your body. Golf Pride publishes installation guidance, but written steps don't give you a vise, ventilation, protective equipment, or practiced hands. Paying modest labor is sensible when the setup isn't safe. Where it costs you is turning a grip job into a shaft replacement or injury. A deep score can damage graphite, and careless solvent handling brings fumes, spills, and ignition risk. Ask the Ocala shop for the installed price before work begins. The part was $12.99 during the first week of August. Labor and supplies can change the total. Check 6 is alignment and cure. The grip must seat fully, reach the intended finished length, and align according to how you use its markings. The shop should check that the cap is secure and the grip doesn't twist. Then the installation needs the full cure time required by the materials and maker. Walter wanted to hit the club 15 minutes later. We didn't. Cure time isn't wasted range time. It is part of the job. Ask the technician when the club can be swung and keep that answer on the receipt. If weather or materials change the recommendation, follow the shop's specific instruction. Where it costs you is rushing to the range and moving the grip before the bond is ready. A twisted or creeping handle defeats alignment and can require another installation. It also makes the first performance test meaningless. The safe bargain may cost 1 day without the driver. Put a fairway club in its place and wait. Check 7 is the 9-ball proof. After cure, use the same ball, tee height, target, and comfortable effort as the baseline. Hit 3 drivers, step away and hit an iron, then return for 3. Finish with 3 aimed at a fairway window. Mark every face strike and keep every result. Compare center contact, left to right spread, normal carry, and balanced finish. Don't compare only the longest ball. A new grip passes when the club stays secure at normal pressure and the useful pattern improves or becomes easier to repeat. If the pattern is unchanged, you completed maintenance but didn't find lost distance. Where it cost you is announcing 15 yards from one center strike. A fresh grip can change feel enough to sharpen attention for a short session. That novelty can fade. Repeat the 9-ball card on another day. If contact improves twice without harder effort, keep the evidence. If it doesn't, move to length, loft, shaft, setup, or coaching instead of replacing more grips. Use the same weather logic on both test days. A humid morning and a cool, dry afternoon can make any grip feel different. Note whether you wore a glove, whether it was dry, and whether the handle was wiped between groups. You aren't building a laboratory. You are preventing the new grip from getting credit for a clean glove or blame for sunscreen on the hands. The useful result is the one you can reproduce with the simple care routine you will actually use during a round. I know some of y'all wanted the MCC Plus 4 crowned as the distance answer. Hear me out before you scroll. The number one fix isn't a model. It is a correctly fitted, securely installed grip replacing one proven to be worn or wrong. A $6 Tour Velvet can win. A $13 hybrid grip can win. The ball and your hands decide. Grip weight belongs in the conversation. A different model can change how the head feels even when size seems similar. Ask the shop to record the old and new grip model and weight when possible. If the driver suddenly feels head heavy or head light, don't add tape or weights on your own until a builder checks the complete club. The same caution applies to the whole set. One successful driver replacement doesn't authorize 12 more. Inspect every grip and group them by condition. Replace the unsafe or worn handles first, then keep model and size consistent where the fit is proven. A complete regrip can turn a $12 idea into more than $150 before labor. Store the receipt with the grip model, size, tape build, date, and cure instruction. That small record prevents next year's shop from guessing what worked. It also lets you duplicate the build on a replacement club instead of relying on memory. Maintenance becomes repeatable when the details follow the club. Care after installation is part of the value. Keep the grip out of a hot trunk when practical, wipe dirt before it becomes a polished layer, and dry the handle after wet play. Use only care methods approved for that material. Check it at the start of each month you play heavily, not because the calendar condemns it, but because early wear is easier to notice before your hands compensate. A $12 part lasts longer when it is treated as equipment instead of packaging. Do 3 things by this weekend. Clean one suspect grip using only its maker's approved method. Run a 5-ball baseline and photograph the strike pattern. Then get one professional grip installed only if the handle fails the condition and security checks. Budget about $20 for part and possible labor, then wait the stated cure time. Pick the check your driver fails. Condition, cleaning, size, removal, alignment, cure, or the 9-ball proof. Then correct me. Which grip model and finish size gave you a secure normal hold without changing the rest of the build? I left cord grips out of the comparison, and players in humid weather will have opinions. Next time, I'll rank the soft and distance balls marketed towards slower swings and make everyone survive driver, iron, and wedge. Subscribe if you want the full pattern instead of one long ball. Swing your age, not your ego. Keep it smooth, folks. I'll see you on Mat 7.